I'm Andrea Flores with your first UI7 News update today before our live newscast tonight at 5. Thanks for joining me. For our top story today, President Trump is visiting the Pittsburgh Tree of Life Synagogue after Saturday's mass shooting. The president's visit today doesn't come without some tension. CNN's Omar Jimenez has the story.
President Trump is set to visit Squirrel Hill Tuesday, the neighborhood in Pittsburgh where the Tree of Life Synagogue sits, now the scene of the deadliest attack on Jews in American history. Some are more welcoming of the visit than others.
I turn to all of our elected leaders because hate doesn't know a political party. Hate is not blue, hate is not red, hate is not purple. Hate is in all.
And many think it's too soon for the president to come. The mayor of Pittsburgh won't meet with Trump during his visit, saying he needs to focus on helping his community heal.
Our focus as a city will be on the families and the outreach that they'll need this week and the support that they'll need to get through it. Once we get past that, then I think there's the opportunity for presidential visit.
The White House invited top congressional officials to come with Trump Tuesday, but they all declined. The president will be visiting the hospital where some of the wounded are still recovering. Presidential visits to communities following tragedies are nothing new. Presidents are often thrust into the role of consoler-in-chief during the worst of times. But however they feel about the president's visit today, the community has one message for all politicians.
I turn to them to say, tone down the hate, speak words of love, speak words of decency and of respect. When that message comes loud and clear, Americans will hear that.
In Pittsburgh, I'm Omar Jimenez.
We'll have more on the Pittsburgh tragedy coming up on our UI7 newscast at 5. In other news, 1 in 5 children in Champaign County suffer from food insecurity, not knowing where their next meal may come from. I got a chance to speak with one organization trying to fight this epidemic. And being a kid again on a Saturday morning, but not knowing where you'll get your next meal. That's what nearly 20% of children in Champaign County unfortunately worry about. But that's where Feeding Our Kids, a local nonprofit founded by Ann Kirkland and Janelle Keene, steps in.
We don't feel that kids should have to worry about where their food comes from each weekend, and we really want them to know that we believe that they can succeed.
The two moms noticed the problem at their kids' schools, so they started preparing weekend food packages for 18 students. Now they strive to feed about 900 kids every week with food sorts like these. Since Feeding Our Kids began in 2013, thousands of children have received food packages, so they don't have to worry about what they'll eat later. What started with just 2 schools has expanded to 36 schools in just 5 years across the county. Food insecurity can happen at any time and for any reason, like poverty, job loss, death in the family, and illness. For Feeding Our Kids Board Secretary Andrea Sullivan, tragedy struck in 2010 when her husband lost his job, leaving their family of 4 in the lurch.
It was very frustrating too, because it was like you would go day to day and like not know, like on Monday, like if you're gonna have a dinner on Tuesday, and you just take what, few dollars you have and try to make it stretch.
Not only do these backpack lunches get students through the weekends, the nutrition helps children do better in school.
If one bag of, a small bag of food will help them do that and help them continue to go back to school every week, that's the least we can do as adults.
Anyone interested in helping Feeding Our Kids can visit their website, feedingourkids.org, for information on how to volunteer or donate. In Champaign, I'm Andrea Flores, UI7 News. Feeding Our Kids is involved in a number of outreach events in the community, including here on campus, so if you or your group are interested in volunteering, be sure to check out their website, feedingourkids.org. Well, the spooky season is finally upon us. Tomorrow is Halloween, so let's check out the forecast. It'll be a rainy day for Halloween, but those showers are expected to end in the afternoon, perfect for trick-or-treaters and other outdoor activities. As for the rest of the week, looks like we'll stay in the mid-50s with some more clouds and rain expected Thursday. Looks like an overall typical fall week. For more of our stories, please check us out on social media. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. That's it for your UI7 News update during this hour. Coming up at 3:30, Maddie Bunton will have your next UI7 update. I'm Andrea Flores. Thank you for joining me. Have a happy Halloween and enjoy the rest of your day, Illini.